shaped fragments of amphiboles. So a lot of mineral fragments are expelled during some of these very violent eruptions, along with glass.
Yeah, let's do it.
Volcanic glass is just
but
frozen
225. Are you fine with that?
lava.
Okay. Nev.
Okay, so we are getting some questions from the Inner Space Center in Rhode Island. And apparently there are folks who are asking questions. And
this is Nav.
the question was, if there are minerals, how do
move,
they
please.
not rupture the inside
Range
of the
40
holothurian,
meters.
assuming that the
Bearing
holothurians are delicate?
225.
So
Speed
Bob Carney says the
0.2 knots.
holothurian guts are not all that delicate.
Well, the other thing, too, is that the
Good
mineral
copy,
grains
Bridge.
I was looking at them in a microscope, and they are tiny. We are about 25 kilometers, right now, 25 kilometers west of the Mariana Trench axis. The area between the trench axis and the volcanic arc is 200 kilometers wide. So for fragments to get blown here in the atmosphere, to be able to settle out into the water and fall to the seafloor, they need to be very, very tiny indeed. Essentially, less than a millimeter, just basically dust particles in the ash from an exploding volcano.
All right. So that move, we just started a move, correct?
Just started, yes.
All right. Delta's 12, I'll come off a tad.
So that drop-off should still be around here, right?
So the slope here, as we look along the contour of the seafloor, we're close to the contour,
I won't go too much further.
looks less steep than earlier on. So this is more like
it's more just like a
30-degree slope or so. In some places, even shallower than that.
Video, Copilot.
Go ahead, Copilot.
Do you mind zooming in on the bucket on the back deck there for a second?
Sure.
Oh, you have a different one. I can look over at your screen, or whichever, yeah. Is there water coming out of it now? Oh, yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, I noticed the water just kind of blends in with the...
Yeah, okay.
Video, you get a chance, can I get a quick zoom? I don't know if this is anything ahead of me. Dead center. No, that's just a rock, never mind.
Just a rock. The pilot wanted to zoom on the white thing in front of him, and then he goes, it's just a rock.
Hey, listen, there were times a few years ago when they were just going by sponges and saying, oh, it's just a sponge. Oh, it's just a sponge.
Ooh.
But then they were enlightened. Not the ROV guys. The scientists.
Oh.
Scientists, oh, just keep going.
Tisk,
Just a sponge. I'm like, whoa, wait.
Oh, there's a swimmer. That's some little crusty critter.
Quick.
We do have ripple marks on the sea surface below us.
Video, quick
No
zoom.
distinct particular orientation.
Oh, polychaete.
There's a little polychaete worm. You can see its little... Oh boy! Sometimes you can. They move so fast and swirl about. It's very difficult to focus on them.
Yeah, sorry, video. It's probably as good as we're gonna get.
Yeah.
All right, you're heading off the right side there.
Yeah, I'll come back to center.
It does look like now
Well, we have these what looked like little
But we
tons
should
of
go more
dark
to port.
sediment that
here,
have
but-
come down and covered over
Be fine with
an
adjusting.
underlying surface
Yeah.
that is
It's
paler
confusing.
and has a lot of rocks in
The
it.
contours just don't make sense.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that all of this is talus
I blame the
that has
navigator.
come off the steeper side
Yeah, me too.
of the
You're still climbing. You're still
slope in
climbing.
front
So
of
I'm
us.
reasonably happy.
We're basically climbing due south.
We're going to start moving away from the dive end in a short period of time.
We have about an
That's okay.
hour and 40 minutes left in our dive.
Right. And in terms of depth, we have only about 21
Where's the acorn worms,
meters
pilot?
left to go
Kind of
to
in
get
vertical,
to, yeah,
yeah.
vertically.
So steady, yeah?
vertically.
Said where are the acorn worms?
So we're doing pretty
Horizontal.
good.
I
Doing
think
really
there was
well.
just one.
Oh.
I'm sure there's a second one somewhere though.
Video, would you like to
Ooh,
zoom
who do
on
we
a
have
Sirius camera?
piloting?
Sure.
Sounds familiar.
I'm going to turn my heading for a second.
I think
Yeah.
it's
Do you want to,
Sean.
I'll stop. Oh, yes. Sean's piloting.
Actually, I'm
Sean
not
is-
sure that we introduced you. I don't
Well, Sean
Did-
just
Yeah,
changed.
he just moved.
with
I know, but I mean,
Carl.
did this shift introduce themselves earlier? I don't think they did.
Oh,
No, Carl, why
What
don't you
an
let me know?
oversight.
All right, so
Shirley, you're failing.
our ROV crew and our videographers are from the Global Foundation for Ocean Exploration, a very important partner. So as we settle in and take a look at what's going on here, so Carl, I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce.
Got about 10 meters on that move.
Copy that.
Still to go.
Do that.
Okay.
Don't
so
forget to wave at the camera so they know who's talking.
I'm Carl McCletchy. I'm co-pilot right now. I just switched out with Sean Kennison, who is pilot on my left.
Thank you, Sean, for waving.
Far left.
That's Richard.
You're a
He's
navigator
from the
for this
UK.
shift.
With that lovely accent.
And in video and shading, we have
Tara Smithy.
Tara Smithy.
Operating the cameras right
Yeah,
now.
Tara Smithy.
we're all.
In the
Oh, wait,
corner.
and we have Jim Newman, our dive
Okay,
super,
can you go wide on Sirius?
to our far left.
Heck yeah.
Patty Fryer and I'm Shirley Pomponi.
With a little
We are
more port.
your science co-leads out here on the NOAA ship Okeanos Explorer. Looking at this transition between the abyssal and hadal zones in the deep ocean.
Right. We, as I said a little bit earlier, we're about 25 kilometers west of the Mariana Trench axis. And we're at a depth of
Oh, I'll bring my heading back to
8,552
Yeah.
a
meters.
beauty shot.
Yeah.
Well, so you're probably right at
And
that.
now-
You're good.
Okay, what do we have here?
We have a very large rock.
Rockers.
We have a very, very large rock covered with manganese, but it's very blocky. Angular fractures on either side of it. In fact, two rocks.
Any interest on a zoom, Washleads?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
All right.
We
Video.
love rocks.
Zoom, please.
This lower rock looks
Zoom in
arched.
on the rock.
Looks like a petrified piece
I
of
know, I was thinking that.
tree
Petrified
trunk,
forest.
but it
Okay,
isn't.
mysid.
And coming
Little
into view is a
grass.
mysid. This is a little swimmer.
Photoball.
The rock
that one
is
doesn't count.
covered with these tiny
Okay, looks like
filaments
ship is
of
stuffed.
something we have not yet
Very good.
been able to
seem to be
definitively
moving, I think.
identify.
Biofuzz.
But
Bob
they-
Carney's biofuzz.
But we suspect they may be microbial colonies of some sort. The sort of orangey brown color suggests
round
the
thing on the top
thin
of the
coat
screen?
of manganese crust on this
It's just
rock.
a hole in the rock.
Yeah, did it do another zoom at the circle?
Yes,
The rock, do you see
I
it?
saw that too.
You set her up.
And there is a hole in the rock. Hole
very-
in the rock.
Huh.
Interesting. Looks like someone was down here with a drill.
It certainly does. Okay.
All right.
Thank you for
Can
the holy zoom.
I will reset
center
her.
back up. And I still have 10 degrees to go to starboard too.
Copy.
We are seeing some larger rock fragments on this part of the slope.
Is that a Holothurian? Washits, do you want to zoom on this at all?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, please.
Copy that.
There's another holothurian.
All right, video, if you want to come in.
Sure. Okay, that's partial. Take a bit more zoom.
Oh, wow.
Shore base team, what do you think? Similar to the one we just saw?
I have a touch more. That's full.
Wow, pretty.
Different color, but still a very smooth upper surface. We don't see as many of the projecting tentacles.
Very fine, really fine.
Yeah, it looks as
very
there
fine.
are fine, almost hair-like projections on the flank.
Okay. Clear on video.
Next video.
Okay, and up we go.
Okay, as you come around, I'll turn right.
Copy that.
All right, my camera's at 30 degrees now.
So Bob Carney is saying that this elongate gelatinous body of that holothurian, no dorsal papillae, could be a synallactid or an elasopod holothurian. Problematic. So we're getting a question, Bob. What are the things to look for to tell the species of sea cucumber holothurians apart? Oh, Allison Miller, another an echinoderm expert, is also in our chat room. And I am going to tell you that she just said, from now on, when we look at the holothurians, no, you want to? No, we're good. But from now on, when we look at the holothurians, we would like to get a view of the back end, get shots of the anus for the holothurians.
Copy that, Washleads.
Is that a fish or?
Okay, we have something in the water column.
Yeah, video. Quick zoom.
One of these little voracious predators, perhaps.
So for
Yep.
oh, is that a Ketognath? An arrow. Wait, let me look.
Yeah, the
An
same thing we
arrowworm?
saw 2
Might
days
be.
ago.
Yep, it sure is. Ketognath.
Take a bit more
Yeah,
zoom.
these are
Arrowworms.
these are our voracious predators of the deep.
So identification of holothurians, or the sea cucumbers, requires examination of the calcite ossicles in the skin. Observation of the bottom may lead to identification by the appendages in their body form.
Dust.
But this is a
Took
Ketognath,
off.
the thing that we were looking at
Nice
before, one of the most, I guess
When
maybe
did
more
that
abundant
one- was that
pelagic
last move called in?
organisms, if I
It
recall
was called
from
in at
taking
28, so 12 minutes ago.
Okay.
a plankton course from
At 35.
Mike Reeve about 45 years ago.
Good for
All right,
you.
so maybe in a minute or
was
two
3
we
at
should
the
do
time.
another 40.
Yeah, I know.
Copy that.
Me
I'm
too.
looking. I guess so. I do have something off to port, but the general slope is pretty well ahead. I'm at
It's
213.
interesting how undulatory
215.
the surface that we've been
215.
diving across looks. It looks as if there have been
Continuing working
numerous
straight up the hill, yes.
tongues of material that have slid down this surface, deposited themselves, and later or
Right.
recent ones come down over the existing surface. There's a holothurian up to the left. Pilot one just went off the left side of the screen, and it is
Ooh.
a brighter
Ooh,
color.
look at that one.
Go.
Maybe we can take a look at both ends.
We might be able
Yes.
to.
I think the dark end is the head. Frequently, the mantle that they
that.
use to swim with is a darker color.
All right, video, give me 1 sec.
So,
Get a
of
little
course, we're
closer.
approaching from the wrong end.
Stay.
But maybe
Well, depending on-
it'll jump up in the water and swim away, and then we can really tell.
We can move
Yeah,
around.
Wash it. Sorry, that
That's okay.
other end's kind of tricky because it's
Yeah.
down slope.
Yeah,
to
that's
look at
fine.
it.
Understood.
Right. We understand.
but we can always poke it. No, we won't do that.
We're
we
not
don't
going to do that. We're going to leave it alone, let it feed.
We do.
All right, video, if you want to come in.
Despite the numerous requests that we get from shore to poke things, we don't do that.
Okay, so
What a lovely critter.
all right, now let me ask a question. We have an hour, about an hour and a half left in this dive. We've collected one rock sample, and I got kind of a subtle hint from Bob Carney about this. Does anyone want a sample?
Oh, look at the interesting texture on the flank of this holothurian. Sort of squiggly.
Okay, I'm listening to the phones, and I'm watching the chat log, and so far I'm not seeing anything.
All right, video's clear.
Copy that.
Okay.
Tina is suggesting that we can see the trace of the holothurian from below it on the slope.
Okay, so
Do you want to zoom in on the trace wash leads?
I don't think so.
I think we're good. We're good with that. Yeah, we're good with
Just
that.
that it's
okay.
there.
Okay, thank you, Jeff.
All right.
I'm glad that you said skip the
already.
sample. The last one turned to goo. I agree. I've had
So was
a
it
fair amount of
inclusion on the
experience
bearing?
collecting holothurians as well. And
205, I think you
absolutely
said?
hate
Yeah,
collecting
you're good with 215.
holothurians.
Yeah, we've
They,
had,
I don't know
seen
about
it.
these deep water ones, but I know
40
some of the
meters,
shallow ones do
215,
this
speed
thing called
0.2.
auto evisceration. So they just
Bridge. This is
spew
now.
out their guts, and it's just a bag of goo left.
Another move, please. Range 40 meters.
Okay, so
Bearing
Allison, sorry
215,
we
and
moved
a
on.
speed of 0.2 knots.
But she says very likely a new species.
There
copy,
are
thank you.
many, many trails. There must be quite a few of these things, or they get around a lot.
So Bob Carney says that the jelly types often undergo autolysis, so
Thank you,
they
Rich.
just start disintegrating and they turn into goop. Tina Molitsova at the P.P. Shearshaw Institute in
Agrees.
Moscow
Yeah.
agrees.
Yeah.
It will not help us a lot. Okay, some interesting anatomy. Those guts are called Cuvierian tubules. Thank you, Allison. Allison's calling from joining the chat from the University of
Ooh.
Guam,
A layered
where we
rock.
will be in just a few days when
Does
we
that
pull
mean
into port.
zoom wash lead?
You want to zoom on that,
Yes.
Patty?
Thank you, pilot. Yep, quick zoom though. Don't need to spend a lot of time on it.
Copy that.
The-
Video quick
The
zoom.
pilot's just going to do
on
a
rock.
snap zoom on what looks like layering in this rock. Certainly looks like it. Or a
Crack.
streak. Yep. That's good.
All right, come on
Thank
out,
you,
video.
pilot.
No problem.
And pilot, can we get the quad screen on screen 3, please?
Yes, video. Did you copy that?
I did, yes.
Awesome, thank you.
Wow, look at all the trails here, Shirley. They are
I know.
everywhere.
I know. So there's quite a community living in or on the sediment. We've only been able
Coming up on
to
another one.
document a couple different groups. So the acorn worms, it looks like there's another holothurian over on the left.
Oh, yeah, the purple guy. Purple-headed guy.
Now this
Wow.
is the right side, right?
We are.
Oh, it is. Yes, we are
looking
approaching
at
from the back end.
the back end
Alright.
of the sky. So a zoom would be appreciated.
Yes. Video, come on in.
Now this is more like the ones we've seen before with the very lovely sort of magenta colored head. But I don't see much in the way of
Partial.
structure on the back.
No, but I'm not a
This individual.
holothurian expert, so I couldn't
No, me
say.
either.
I could not say. Very nice, though.
Okay, I'll fill the frame.
Getting
Copy
nice
that.
imagery of both the front and the back.
Let's take a bit
There we
more
go.
zoom.
Is it moving? Can we see it move?
Slowly.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, that's good. Actually, that's very good. See muscles. Okay, great.
Is that all good, Washington?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you, pilot.
All right.
Thanks, video.
wow, how
Video,
pretty.
right.
I like these guys.
So, Allison Miller says, thank you. Wow, I'm not sure. Probably a Synallactidae. It's a family within that class of echinoderms. Boy, we've gone from one end of the
Whoa. 45-degree
tree
slope.
of life to the other on this leg of our expedition. Yeah, that is quite a slope, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Things are changing so fast. I write something in the chat log, and by the time I finish typing, we're into something else.
Okay. Probably another arrowworm,
Yeah,
or
I think
Ketognath.
so.
Yep,
I think
another
so.
Holothurian.
We have a lot of those guys. Wow.
We are at 5,837 meters.
Right. So that will
Okay.
explain all of the
Starting to
zigzag
pull me
trails
up
that
there,
we've been
Pat.
Possibly,
seeing.
yes.
Sorry,
Very
I got ahead of
likely
myself.
these are the Holothurians.
It's okay. I'll come down a couple
And
meters.
this is the
I should be moving soon.
non-mauve-headed one that we've seen
Uh,
earlier,
Video, do you want to come in?
lower on the slope. Yep,
Very nice.
same guy. Wow.
Same one, Washleads?
It is. Yes, it
Copy
is.
that.
Pilot, thank you. So
Alright.
quick zoom is good, just to
Yep.
make sure.
So video whenever you're good. All right.
So I'm wondering who on shore is keeping count. How many of each different kind we have seen.
Okay, pilot. I came down a bit, but if you want to kind of
Yeah, I'm gonna.
don't go forward much more, just
Yeah.
come center, and then I'll come back up.
It is almost a bit of a Holothurian survey today.
And arrowworm.
True.
It was so long ago, though. I don't think anyone remembers.
Yeah, why haven't you found one?
Oh, it's a
Ooh.
fish.
Nice.
Great.
Yes, it is
Oh,
another
let's look at
fish.
the fish.
All right, video. Come on in. Try to center as you come.
Roger, coming partial.
Not the best view.
Oh, nice looking fish. Jeff, okay, tell us, sir, what are we looking at?
Yeah, so I'm not sure. I wanted to kind of turn to the side. These
Yep.
guys never cooperate. But I'm
It
thinking that it is what's called a Stephanoboricid. It's a group of fishes that includes probably better well-known things like orange ruffy and big scales and a bigger order of fishes. Oh, there it goes. Oh, wow. No, I might be wrong.
So what's
I
your
might have
next
the order
thought?
correct, but
I think you just pressed the wrong button, Jeff.
A little too close.
We lost
Yeah,
your
I think
audio.
He's running into me. Actually, I'll try to back up.
I'm a little stumped, honestly. I think it's in the family Stephanobarissidae, but I'm not so
Looks
sure.
like ship has stopped.
Great
Copy
video.
that, Nav.
This is fantastic video, though.
It is, isn't it?
Indeed.
Ahead
Very
of me.
cooperative
Oh
fish.
my gosh, look at that. Look at that.
Well, we wanted a
I
ventral
will
view.
say it's a little unusual to see these guys at these depths. This is generally a group of fish. A group of fishes at the bigger sort of taxonomic level that you
I'm
see
gonna let
sort of
it
in
go.
shallower waters in sort of meso bathypelagic depths.
Wow.
Or if you're looking within this order at things like orange roughies and those kinds of things, they're more seamount associated, far shallower depths than this. So I'm not quite sure what we got here.
Well, that's good to know too, Jeff.
Welcome.
We'll get some more imagery of it, and then perhaps other folks will have a stab at identification a little later. This one is very cooperative. You can see his brain. It's very small. His eyes are big. So is his mouth. I'll be quiet now.
Camera's focus is doing something really weird. There.
Oh, great view.
Oh, wow, is that nice?
And look at the way it's just fluttering its fins.
Oh,
my goodness.
Boy.
Maybe this fish is confused at this depth.
Our video people are going to have fun tonight.
Oh, the gill imagery is wonderful.
Geez.
Wow. Okay, he says that's
There he
enough.
goes.
Days off.
Enough beauty shots. I'm leaving.
Did you have the lasers on before?
Oh, nice job.
I
How
don't
big
think
is
the
that?
lasers were on. I think he's gone
Nice
now.
flying
Oh,
shot.
too late.
They're
He's
on
gone.
Sorry, wash leads.
Wow. Cool fish.
Let's see.
So I'm definitely moving now.
Yeah, I'll recenter.
But my camera's at 50 degrees and delta's 17, so you're looking
It's
good.
not bad. All right.
And back to a rippled marked seafloor. The ridges that you see are caused by current flowing across the sea floor. And they make like little sand dunes on the seafloor. And we have something in the water. What is
Oh, it
this,
looks like
Shirley?
another-
Oh, looks like another holothurian.
It does. It's one of those little pelagic guys.
Just getting ready to
Alright,
bounce
Video, do you
down
wanna
on the sediment.
Come in
It's got a
slow.
pretty full tummy.
He's going away from me. I don't want to fall in
It's
too
amazing
far.
how translucent, transparent some of these are, and you can see everything going on inside.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, is that pretty? Water ballet.
I love the way they swim. No, we're not going to do
He
it.
just folded himself up.
I think our videographers have been secretly
Oh, they have been secreting away our
getting
foolishness.
clips of
Yeah, us
Patty and me when we
imitating sea creatures.
All right.
not so
Next video.
secret, no. As we are doing interpretive dance. No, they're not trying to be
Uh-oh.
secretive about it.
Uh-oh, that means it's out there. Oh, goodness.
I think my favorite is the brittle star one. All right, where are we? Here we go.
On the rotolith
Rotolith,
discussion
okay.
from earlier.
This is from, Suzanne Frederique. The pink of a coralline or passionelioid rotolith is due to phycoerythrin. So that's a pigment. When the corallines die, they would look bleached. So that actually supports what Tina
video,
Molitsova
quick
said
save,
earlier.
whatever this
So
is.
we're not seeing that pink in that rock. That was
same
that
thing.
incrustation on that rock was not from what we call CCA's, crustose coralline algae.
Okay,
Okay, is that
well,
right
that's
there?
good to know. I have no idea what the pink is. There was
Thank you,
another
Scott,
suggestion
and thank you, Suzanne.
that perhaps it was simply a pink calcite, which is possible. Calcite comes in a variety of colors. Usually it's clear, but I have seen bright yellow.
I hope we see a pink sea pen.
Wouldn't that be nice? Those are pretty.
So, Nav, when did the ship end?
Oh, there's something on the right.
Red.
Right, red on the right.
Red on right or left?
I saw
Excuse
red
me,
on
left.
left. I saw
Yep.
red on left, yeah.
Uh-huh. And here it is. Shirley, what is it?
That's
Ha-ha.
different.
Oh,
Tell me.
oh gosh, it's another holothurian.
video
I
comes
just
on.
typed
it's a
in
red
shrimp, but I was wrong.
holothurian. No, it's not. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Ooh, this guy's really full. This is the nature of their swimming,
Oh, I love
characteristically,
this
with
one.
this
I like this
beautiful
purple one.
mantle on the top. And pilot, if we could especially get the bottom part of this guy, it will help with identification.
Enypniastes, Bob Carney and Jeff Drazen simultaneously identify it to genus as Enypniastes.
Sorry, video.
Oh, I love this. This is probably my favorite sea cucumber.
The ones that are swimming? Or
The
just
purple.
anyone?
Wait, no,
Oh, I
the
love the
purple
purple
ones that are
too.
swimming.
One of the things that the animals of the deep sea, which are transparent or translucent, do is they have a pigment in their gut that is red, which hides the bioluminescence of things they may eat, so that they themselves are not prey because
So I think that
of
was, yeah, Scott
the
was talking
flashing of the
right,
bioluminescence.
Scott, I think, was talking about a jellyfish that was like
saw the
that.
video.
The one
He
I was
Other
talking about
animals do that
Moving
too.
well.
Wow, this one is moving beautifully. Probably
Oh, and Allison says that these are actually bioluminescent.
themselves.
Oh, wow.
Well, we are seeing all sides of this animal.
All right.
All right, video.
That was nice.
All right, watch.
Thanks,
Is that
pilot.
enough footage?
That's
Yes,
perfect.
thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
So, pilot, can you read me?
Oh, there's a spiral trail right
yes,
on the seafloor
co-pilot.
beneath it.
It seems
Beneath
like the
it.
slope is going up about 20 degrees to my port side. Do you want to start heading up there?
Yeah. So let's
And
say push forward.
Bob
Yeah,
Carney
I-
shared with
That
us
would be
that
one.
in the Gulf of Mexico,
Here it comes
the
again.
industry ROV, well, okay, now you can get a better look at it. The industry ROV pilots, so like the oil industry ROV pilots, call these the headless
I
chicken
think he's
monster.
somewhere inside the
Yeah.
video. Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, and Allison Miller says they have skin that sloughs off
no.
when it is attacked.
Yeah.
The genus is a cosmopolitan
that would be
genus, so that
about,
Enypniastes is
So now, if you want to put
cosmopolitan.
another move in,
195, I would say.
195 for.
Let me see. Let me get. Turn. I'm gonna turn my cam to see.
Yeah,
which
I'll
is the slope.
push this way.
Okay.
So you just follow me as I go.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. Pushing forward.
Oh, okay. So this is very cool. Allison Miller was telling us before that these holothurians, these sea cucumbers, have skin that sloughs off. Okay, and earlier she said they're also bioluminescent. Okay, so I started thinking about this. When they're attacked, the skin sloughs off, and then the
Okay, pilots, that's all 15
bioluminescence
minutes.
highlights
So
the
last move.
attacker.
So, what do you think about that, pilot?
So it
with
can distract
heading,
something that might be
191?
trying to
Yeah,
attack the
I think
holothurian
190, 195, 40
and get
meters
something
is
else
perfect.
to attack the attacker
Okay.
of the
So,
holothurian.
so this
That's
is
pretty
the
cool.
visual equivalent
Let's
of
make
the
that,
sea skunk.
right there. So that would be
Just
Yeah.
spray it
40
with your
meters,
bioluminescence,
190.
and maybe somebody else will eat
What
it.
was the
Allison.
speed before? Yeah. 0.2.
0.2. You'll be
Okay.
fine.
Okay, that works. Copy that. 40 meters.
Another
bearing
purple one?
190, speed
Uh,
0.2.
video, if you want to come in. I think this is the right
Bridge.
side.
This is nav.
So this is the pink variety.
Another move, please. Range 40 meters.
Oh,
Bearing
look, you can see the back
190. Speed is 0.2 knots.
Oh.
how rude.
Excuse me.
Friend.
I am not going to be suckered into having a
Watch, you saw that
discussion.
one before, right?
We have.
Copy.
Thank
Okay,
you.
that's good.
But you did get a good view of the
I
diagnostic
got
portion
you at
of its
52 degrees,
anatomy.
pilot.
Yes, that's what I was going for.
I understand. And you didn't even say smile. You're on candid camera. Okay, we have a lot of smooth patches of sediment in this part of the dive track now, just scattered cobbles and boulders of rock. Oh, but there's a little step coming up on the upper left. It looks like it's about 1 meter high and very light color. Oh, this is a distinctly different stuff. And interestingly, has a collection of what is probably bio fluff at the bottom of it.
Do you want a video or zoom on biofluff?
No, pilot, not the biofluff, but the white stuff itself just above it.
Yes, copy that. Video, do you want to come in?
Sure.
This is very, very pale, white looking, oh, this looks like mud, clumps of clay. You could see smooth, sort of grooved surfaces on the side that look like it's been molded by fingers almost.
I know. I want to throw a pot.
And that is, well, I hate to say it, but it really is typical of serpentine mud flows on the seafloor, and it's the right color. Kind of hard to know. We would not be able to collect any of this because it's, like I said earlier, the consistency of cream cheese. So it's just very gooey, sticky stuff if that is serpentine mud, which we do find exposed at these depths on the inner slope of the trench. Bio goo in the water. This is another holothurian, my dear, little teeny tiny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pilot, we have seen them before, but it's good to just, you know,
Get stuck at, oh, that one has like really frilly.
Count how many we've seen.
Tentacles there.
Thank you. It's interesting. There's so much sediment on the seafloor, and yet a lot of the cobbles and pebbles that we're looking at don't have any sediment on them. So there are ripple marks on the seafloor. So it looks as if what is settling out is very fine and gets blown off by the currents on these boulders and cobbles that we're passing over.
Watch, is any zoom on this one? Just keep going.
Well, we can keep
Do a
going.
snap
Take a
zoom.
quick
Snap
zoom. It's probably the same guy.
Yeah.
All right, video snap zoom.
Yep.
Snapping.
Yeah, he looks familiar.
The ones in the water column all seem to have about the same
just that close
amount
video?
of sediment inside their bodies.
Is that?
Pardon?
Is that zoom all out?
Yep.
Oh, he's just
Full
that
wide.
close.
He's just
I see.
right in front of the camera.
Just try to rotate around him. Yeah.
All right, pilot. I'm just
Oh,
gonna
thanks, pilot. That
pull
was
the
fine.
camera up a little bit to keep you in focus in the middle.
Yeah, copy that. Kill Pat. So Nav, when was the ship last, or when did it start?
5 minutes ago.
Copy.
Most of the trails that we're seeing now are the zigzagging sort. A couple of spirals, but most of them are like switchbacks going back and forth. that seems to be more common among the holothurian trails than the acorn worms.
Okay.
So we have about an hour left, is that correct? I think I heard the pilot
Just about
say,
an hour.
Yeah,
3:10.
off bottom
So,
time is about
yeah,
3:10.
So, yeah, hour and 3
what
minutes.
is off bottom time?
Approximately 3:10. Yes.
Okay, copy.
Go ahead, Nav.
Video. I think something's coming into view.
Good question.
Maybe kind of quick this. Maybe a
I needed
quick
to talk to you
zoom.
about this. In theory, we have
Yeah,
just about reached the target
Can't really
depth,
oh,
but we are a long way from the dive end, as you can see, because we've gone up. Yes, the dive, as far as I'm aware, the original dive end was around 5830. So we're only 2 or 3 meters off that. Are you happy with us to continue just up the hill,
Yeah,
or would
he's
you
out.
like us to actually move directly over to the dive end?
he was very small.
Ah, okay. In which case there is really no dive end then, apart from the time off bottom.
Video. I guess just a quick snap zoom.
There we go again. Boy, there are a lot of these little
Yeah,
guys up in
yeah.
the water. And they
Okay, we'll
all
continue
have
up the hill.
Same one.
about the same amount of sediment. So maybe when they fill up,
Then they have to.
they jump
They
up
jump
in the
off?
water column, do their digestion, and go around searching for more stuff.
Maybe.
Other places
Maybe.
to
I
forage.
don't know. It's an interesting hypothesis. Possibly. Let's see. Deb saw we saw a jellyfish. I missed that.
Yes, there was a tiny jellyfish, but it
Okay.
really zoomed out of the
Oh,
field
nice.
of view
More
quickly.
traces.
Wow, yeah.
Wow. Bob Carney, you think these might be caused, or Allison Miller, possibly caused by all these holothurians that we've been seeing?
Well, let's see if we can find one at the end of a trail.
Yeah, but maybe it just popped right up off of the bottom.
I know. These are fairly big trails, though, so it can't be those tiny guys.
Yeah.
Now, what is this? We have a little patch of basically rubble that just kind of looks like it erupted from the seafloor in place.
Now,
Is that zoom worthy, watch rates?
Yes, please. Just
when was
a
your
real
last
quick
move?
snap.
Yep.
I
Video,
can't
quick
tell
snap.
whether
Last
this
move
is a
was,
tongue of stuff that is
201.
outcropping. Yeah, I think it is.
The
Okay.
ship
Okay.
is now stopped.
Okay.
A bit more. We need it.
Copy that.
Pteropod
Watch these. I've
shell.
just put the new figures in, and we've got
Thank
just
you
over
very
an hour
much,
left
pilot.
on bottom.
No problem.
Just over an hour.
Just
Okay,
over an
so our off-bottom time is about 3:10, about an hour from now. There we go, an hour. And so we will continue up the slope. We are at about the depth at which our end target is identified on the bathymetry map, but we will continue going up slope
Seems very flat now.
So now,
For as
from
long as
what,
we have time.
what
Yeah,
Ashley
exactly.
told
Because
you,
we
are heading
we've gone
Straight
up
up the hill.
past, yeah, straight up the hill. We've
Continue
gone up
straight up the
past
hill.
our
Okay.
target depth, so that's good.
And we haven't really seen any steep wall or steep enough structure
All
to
right, pilot.
expose
You're moving out of my
intact
view. Do you want me to follow
sequences
No,
of
I'll turn around.
You? Okay.
rock, but we certainly have seen sequences
Doc.
of sedimentary deposits
In the in the rocks.
and some steps that we've gone up.
Yes, pilots, just
That
for
last one
information,
was
we're
about a
actually
meter
higher
high.
now than the end
Wow.
dive position, so it's just
Copy
straight up
that.
the hill now.
Copy that. Let's see.
The hill seems to be
Yeah, let me.
So
maybe
we're looking just
180.
at completely
So-
sedimented seafloor with a lot of zigzagging, squiggly animal trails and a holothurian at the end.
Yeah, this
Maybe
is
there's a
interesting.
look, Charlie, wake up!
Okay.
There's a holothurian. And there's a big trail. Let's see if it's at the end of the... It is at the end of the trail. Yippee! We found the smoking gun holothurian. That could rhyme if I said it right. Smoking gun holothurian. You can hit me now.
I'm not going to. I'm restraining myself.
She's been trying to do that all cruise long.
In.
And we are looking at the back end of this guy. Oh, thank you, pilot. A perfect profile of the diagnostic portion. Even
one of them, anyway.
We are about to see. Yes.
Oh.
Yep, that's it. It's lifting it up.
Well, I think we're probably pushing it up.
Well, whatever. Okay.
This is just so wrong.
I know.
Yeah, watch it. Should I leave?
Chris is finally woken up.
Chris, no, Chris has been restraining himself as well. Chris, I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you, Chris. Listen, Allison asked for this.
Yeah.
All right, so from
It reminds me of when I was on safari one time, and every time I went to take a picture of some really interesting animal, it turned its back to me.
It's kind of difficult to tell
You
because
kind of see
I
these
have a whole
bear shots.
chapter of photos
I think
called
it's
The
picking
End.
those up. So what does
So we
my
have
sonar does say that
undulatory
the way you
seafloor
were
in front of
looking
us
at
that is almost
is going up,
completely
but-
covered with sediment.
yeah,
There
so
is
we don't want to
maybe-
go backwards.
Right now, there's one cobble.
So I guess let's keep
See all
going this
those
way.
like circular?
I think the
patterns?
circular things are
Just
from burrowing
right.
animals. I would be willing to bet. So there may be little worms sticking out of the middle of some of those
we haven't
circles.
seen any. Yeah.
No, but we haven't really zoomed close on them. We should
Is that
probably
a
do
key?
that.
Let's see.
Oh, yes.
Circles, wash
Pilot.
leads.
Yeah, kind of on the left side there were more.
Sean,
yeah.
Yeah,
we
sorry,
were looking
my
at
eyes
those.
on the
Yeah, no, that's
sonar.
okay. We were just looking
No,
at those.
if it's possible to do at least a snap on some of those circles, just to see if there are any worms sticking out.
Yeah. Let's see. Circles are
The little
lighter
pale,
shaded?
yeah, the little white almost or pale buff circular
copy
things.
that. All right, video. Do a
There are
quick
no mounds
zoom.
on them, are there, Shirley? Doesn't
I
look
can't
like they're
tell. Doesn't
moundy.
look like it.
Oh, I think they are themselves. They are mounds.
It's a lot,
And there's fluff
kinda
all
everywhere.
around them. Interesting.
Oh, this one has a hole, right?
Yeah, there's a hole right there.
Oh, there is a hole on
Taking full
the
zoom.
one in the center of the screen, and another one up slightly
Yeah,
to the right
yeah.
also has a hole.
Slightly to right.
You can see the black in the center
We
of
go
that
slightly to
patch.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're both in the field of view now, and there's something that just came
I'm
out.
just-
I saw something just come out of the upper hole and move some sediment out there. Do we see a tentacle
Yes. it might be.
extended? Oh boy, that would be
Yeah,
hard to see.
right up at
I
12
see something,
o'clock.
just
Yeah.
above that.
Oh, I'm
I don't know if
thinking
we can zoom. I don't-
coming
it's
out of the
coming-
hole at
Yeah, I
the
know,
9
yeah.
o'clock position.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's
we can
what I
look.
saw.
Yeah, we can zoom in closer. Well, maybe we can. I'm
I
not sure
would need to get closer to that specific hole.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
okay.
I
that's
did
all
tilt my camera out.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, the problem
Copy
is
that.
when we get close, we dig up a little bit of a cloud of the fine sediment. But I think those are burrows. There's something moving across the
yes.
seafloor.
Let's get
White
over
thing.
here. We got
What
closer
is that?
video.
Yeah, can we go take a look at that?
Yep,
That looks
yep.
like maybe a big
Might be
muni
a-
isopod.
Big isopod?
Right
Okay.
there below, right there.
Yep. We're moving on it.
All right,
I think,
video.
Pilot, you are moving on that,
Yes, yes.
Good,
Just getting
thank you.
closer. Video, come on in.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
let's see.
Can probably do you want lasers? Put lasers on.
Oh, indeed.
Copy.
Oh,
Pilot.
indeed.
Lasers are coming
Look at
on.
this, Shirley. Isn't this cool?
Oh,
Look
wow.
at the way this guy's walking along.
So,
Incredibly long
saw-
antennae.
So
I'll just
remember,
hold
we've
this for a
seen
bit, and then I'll go in
these
a little closer.
long-legged
Yeah, copy that video.
isopods in the water column before,
Take
and
the
now we're
version.
seeing ones with long legs
Incredibly long
and
legs.
long
Very
antennae,
fine.
just
Okay, pilots, it's 15
Marching
minutes since the last
along.
move.
yeah, picking its way along the
Copy that
bottom
nav.
at
We're
5,829
maybe thinking of
meters.
trying to since it seems pretty flat,
It does, doesn't it? Yes.
should maybe try to follow the original heading that they had for us. So maybe start going
I
a little
want to
bit
see
west.
it pull a worm out of one of those
Not
burrows
so much
and eat
south
it.
as we are right now.
Sounds perfect to me.
It does look a bit predatory.
Yeah, it looks like he's on the hunt.
That or he's just trying to get away from the lights.
That's true too. Could be evading.
That he certainly
Okay,
is
pilot,
moving.
so you're out of my view. I'm just gonna turn to
Oh, that
my
was fun.
port side
Copy
a few
that.
degrees to get you back in view.
Quick lasers. Alright,
There you go.
let's see. So, Copilot, we decided to just start moving due west. Is that correct? Or what was the...
Yeah, probably we should be moving somewhere around maybe between 220, 210 and 220.
210, 220? Okay. So that's about
215.
215. Yeah, now if you want to do 215.
215. 40 meters again. And
40 meters. Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah, I mean it seems flat enough. So
Yeah.
it seems very flat.
Yeah. Okay.
And well, the sonar's come in now.
It's a little... here's another hill.
Again, undulating sea surface.
Is that a go, pilot?
Not sure if
All
these
right.
are just
I
really
think
large
it's fine.
dunes or not.
Copy
Yeah.
that.
I'm gonna start heading
They
to
could just
Call
be
it a
tongues of material
215 we said?
Bridge
coming
to
down
Sydney.
from
Yeah.
the slope.
Okay, I'm gonna
Oh, you're
start.
turned. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Another
I
move,
will be
please.
center.
Range
On
40.
the sonar
bearing
image
215.
in front of the
speed
ROV,
0.2
you
knots.
can see a whole series of brighter returns that are parallel to one another, which reflects pretty much what we're seeing as we look up the slope here. These look like they're coming down slope toward us, and therefore maybe could just be tongues of debris, narrow tongues coming off the upper slope.
Right there.
Asaka Matsumoto
so
said
that
that
is-
the isopod that
Yeah,
we
if you
saw
stay in
just a
my
few
camp,
minutes
then
ago is very
we should be
similar
going
to one that
right
they've
Copy that.
seen in the Japan trench.
Huh.
Yeah, so there's a hill to my
Interesting.
port, but that's pretty much south and backwards, so let's not go that way.
Yeah, I think you're.
And then this is starboard's downhill.
Yeah, I think we should look at your sonar because you're actually outside of the bottom right here that I'm picking up. So
Yeah.
just look at
Well, I
Well, that'll
would
put us- yeah,
recommend
that's
that
on
we
our-
go for a rock before we leave the bottom. Not necessarily here.
Oh, yes, Wash
But-
it. Just, yeah, whenever you see
Yeah,
a nice
just-
one.
Just a thought.
Yeah.
These
And
look kind of big.
Biologists, let me know if you see some non-holothurian that you would like. I'm holding out for a sea pen, actually.
Oh, yep.
I'm
That'd be
holding out.
nice.
I'm holding out for a sea pen. Well, secretly, I'm holding out for a sponge, but don't tell.
I know.
Don't tell Scott.
Okay. Bamboo coral. That's what we want.
Ooh, wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh, indeed.
Yeah, Copilot. So
No
there's a
rocks
small
here.
hill to our port, but that's like backwards, so we won't go that way.
Okay.
There's still some sonar this way, so just kind of move along this angle change for a while.
You're still climbing.
Yeah. You can kind
Slowly.
of see there's a hill dead ahead.
Oh, yes.
So do you want me to pull up a little bit or?
Oh no, you're not in any danger.
Okay.
I'm just trying to maneuver uphill
Hmm.
the best we can.
Yeah.
Hmm.
what is this?
Another
stuff here?
I don't know if that's a rock or a holothurian.
Can't tell.
That's a holothurian. We saw a holothurian on this expedition that was completely covered with tiny little pebbles of rock. It was the coolest
All right, video,
thing.
do you want to come in?
Great.
I'll just fill the frame.
Yeah, copy that.
Oh, that's a pretty one.
Oops, sorry. Coming up.
No worries.
Oh, that's nice.
Now this one does have a textured back and projections. Very fine hair-like.
Yep.
Projections
Papillae.
all over its surface. Papillae.
Papillae.
Thank you for the word.
Oh, and there's a xenophyophore.
Where?
To
water?
the right. No, that's right. Yeah, on to the
Oops, sorry,
right.
yeah.
You said to the right of the holothurian.
Really?
Okay. So, Diva.
So we were just commenting that none of us has ever seen this thing before. This is a new one on us.
Wow. That's interesting.
Now,
Okay, so we'll get some good video
in the
of
high
it.
pack where was the original endpoint?
Oh, Bob Carney says he's blacked out on
Yeah,
shore.
I don't.
Alright.
I think.
Oh, that's
I
too
think.
bad.
Yeah.
Um,
Try refreshing.
Ashley, do you see this thing walking to my right? Is this...
Something walking. Yeah, it looks like it might be another one of. Sorry, it might be
Yeah.
another one of those isopods that we saw before, or maybe even the same one. But I think maybe another.
Yeah, we're quite further up.
All right, video, quick zoom.
No, we're not. Actually, we're about at the same depth. Could be the same guy.
Let me know when you want the lasers off, pilot.
Copy that. Yeah, he looks similar.
Yep.
All right, come on.
Nice.
And then
Nice.
Ashley, you said, was there something else in this
No,
area?
that was it. That was it.
Copy that.
I am definitely getting closer to you, pilot, so you're free to move ahead a little bit if you want.
Excellent. Yeah, just let me know
Nice
if I get too far.
ripples.
Yeah, the ripples
Well
are.
done.
I'm trying to
Well
measure
done.
them with the laser.
So I'll start to
They look like they're about
Pull you, and then you'll rotate even more away from me.
15 centimeters
Okay.
from trough to trough, or ridge to ridge. So they're pretty big. 15. That's like about. We have a swimmer.
All right, video, quick zoom.
What
Try
is
to
this
rotate
guy?
with them.
Do not think it's a holothurian.
Actually, is he too close for the light
Yeah.
pole? Oh,
Nope.
Looks like it might be a
nope.
shrimp.
Shrimp or a
Not sure,
mysid.
shrimp or a mysid. Not quite sure.
Yeah, he's gone. Sorry, video.
Okay.
Yeah, you're full way.
Oh, good. Bob is back. Bob Carney's back. Well, he's been on the chat room, but he's got video now. Wonderful.
Wow. Oh, striking ripples. Alrighty.
Okay, pilot, you've got 5 minutes to find the catch of the day.
5 minutes until shift change.
Target rich. She's giggling at me as
Now,
I'm.
No, I'm
this
actually
being
almost
I'm
over?
giggling at Richard.
Okay.
This move
Our
is not
navigator
over yet.
just told the pilot, okay, because they're going to change
Got a couple
watches
more
in about
minutes.
5
Okay,
minutes.
copy
And
that.
our navigator just told our pilot he's got 5 minutes to get the catch of the day.
I see. Well, we could go for
Not
a
to
rock.
worry, not to worry, Sean.
No, we'll wait. We'll wait.
Not to worry, Sean.
We won't make Sean
I really
pick up a rock.
enjoyed the ride.
Okay,
It's
pilots,
been most
super stumped.
impressive.
Indeed.
Copy that.
Followed a fish
You got some amazing shots of
Great holothurians.
Of sea cucumber
Diagnostic portions.
backsides.
I hope I'm not known for that.
Yeah, I hope so too.
You shouldn't have suggested that. We'll just call you Sean the End.
Oh, you're pulling me a little bit, pilot, I think.
Copy that. Yeah, watch this. We're just waiting for the ships moving, so we're just waiting for Sirius to catch up.
Sure.
Okay, ships
That's
moving. We're doing these little kind of leapfrogs.
Right, the ship moves. It